Today we will 100% the next incremental mining game, Keep on Mining. It starts very simple. We have a timer on the top right, and whatever we select with our cursor, the area that you see there, will get mined, and we get money as well as experience for that. Though I should mention I actually have no idea about the game, so I don't know what that means. Here we can see the 3 different type of rocks that spawn, so we actually want to have the fully golden one. And 3 ores will convert into 1 bar, as we can see in the back there. And each ore left over is also 1 extra bar. And over here we have our very first upgrade of the game. More rocks spawn at the beginning of a mining session. And it also looks like we got our first achievement to just mine a rock. Does your price go up? No, it doesn't. Okay, perfect. So we will have a total of 37 rocks, I would say. Let's keep on mining. Hey, wait a second. That's the name of the game, isn't it? But yeah, we go for these. That was an amazing day. 43 of the ore divided by 3 is 42, so we should have 1 bonus. And next up, I would say we just increase the mining. That's actually really expensive. Let's just go for more ore. And then also the area. You may have noticed there's no background music today. I saw a couple of complaints because, well, I only have a certain amount of music license. Oh, we got a level up. Nice, well, that is the second achievement. But yeah, I've only so much music license, so I let it run on repeat, and that annoyed some people. So today I'm testing something. We're just doing it without music. You can put something into the background if you want to. We have talents over here. Every mined rock will provide you with experience. We have 1 talent because we leveled up. Once a talent card is chosen, your talent level will increase. This increases the rock durability. Isn't that something bad? Sure, let's check it out. These are quite interesting. Over here we spawn flowers that give us bonus experience to level up more. I think I will go for that, but this may be really bad. Pick a card, any card. And I would say we also increase the chance to spawn the gold chunks. Are these the flowers? Oh, I thought I have to mine them. But we just get the bonus. We don't even need to do anything for that. Oh, that is really cool. Oh, these are all very expensive. Let's just go for more rocks. Perfect, we got the magic book. Artifacts have a small chance to be attached to a rock. Every artifact will provide you with a passive buff. Gives 1 extra talent point per 5 levels. Okay, that's really good. But I don't have a lot of money. Increase experience gain? That actually sounds insane. I mean, to be fair, it's also really good to just increase the amount of rocks on the stage, because this converts into experience, so that is equally important. And over here, can I get all 3 of them? Kind of, but not really. I kind of feel like I'm not really making a lot of progress. Let's just spawn as much as we can. Yeah, I will max this out. Oh, that is a very good spot over here. And then down here, can we get all of these? Yes, perfect. Then you. And we also got a level up, so now we are level 3, which will give us, what was that, an artifact, I believe? Or talent? Yeah, a talent over here, but we need 2 books for that. Never mind. Even more rocks, which is now maxed out. And this is now the new maximum amount of resources that can be on the stage, which is actually quite a bit. You know what, we are mining a lot at once here. I love it. So most times, whenever we want to go for the best resources, we actually get a lot at once. Come on, please do that. Yes, 42. The answer to life. That was actually a really good day. I think right now we just want to have bonus time. Why does that... Did you hear that? Is it just me, or does it sound like you're spanking someone? Like, right? It's not just me who thinks that. I know there's the person saying, Dex, you're just having weird thoughts. What is wrong with you? Let's save up a little bit of money and get a bunch of upgrades at once, okay? We found a new artifact, the fossilized bone. And this one increased the pickaxe stats by 4%. We got a new achievement, craft 100 bars. I mean, to be fair, we are not really crafting anything. We are just mining ore and that gets converted, but good. Come on, get all of this. Nice. Then down here, that is a lot as well. I mean, we should always keep in mind the normal rocks still give us 1 ore, so it's not like they give nothing at all. We got the sack of gold. Every 25 mined ore will be worth double. We also have a new talent card. These are some very interesting talents. This one just destroys rocks around it. I kinda really want to have that. This one has a chance to spawn ore whenever we get this cursor, but I think the camper right now helps us out a lot. Like, we need to mine as much as possible. And regarding the spanking, listen to the sound. Now that I heard it again, that actually sounds way worse than what I thought. Like, that sounds like something entirely different, and I'm not even gonna... yeah. You know what? It's not important. It's fine. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. I think the way I want to play this game is, instead of doing one upgrade after every single round, I will just always farm up a little bit of gold at once. Because this way we don't just jump between the upgrades once, and instead we get a couple. Man, I love the campfire. It only destroys a few things directly around it. Like, I thought it could be like a laser or it throws fire occasionally, which is not how it works. But it makes us a little bit of money that I don't need to mine myself. And now that we have 60 bars, we can do some upgrades again. I think you really just want to go for the cheapest ones. Chance to spawn a rock while mining, that is not bad. More rocks, that is quite a big difference. I would say we go for the bonus experience to make sure... I don't like the sound. I really don't like... Stop it. The anvil. So here we can craft pickaxes. Every pickaxe needs a specific type of material. They also have different stats, but they do get affected by our skill tree upgrades. So over here we have Mr. Rusty. I assume that's what we have right now. And this one needs 65 gold bars. This one needs 370, but something new. I would say I will just quickly farm this up. And we also got a bunch of upgrades, so this is currently what the stage looks like. Is it just me, or does it feel like there are no rocks on the stage? Like, wait, what happened there? Is it when these super good rocks spawn, then there are less rocks overall? Like, because they contain more? Oh my god, look at the amount of gold ore. I don't even think I can get all of that. Okay, we can get these at the same time. Very good. Then you over here. I need those on the right side. Oh my god. That is so much ore, and we gotta level up with that. Perfect. Well, we did manage to get all of it. 65 ore in a single day. If I get this last one here, then I think we have enough ore. Perfect. 52. That should be enough, right? Yes, 73. Which means we can craft the next level pickaxe. That is also an achievement. Craft a pickaxe. And this is Sir Goldie. So we can see we have a power chance. It is a bigger miner area. So it's pretty much better in every single regard. Well, I would say we get one more upgrade. And now we check out just how good it is. Our campfire just destroyed a bunch of things. I would say I don't really notice a difference. Was that really worth it? I mean, to be fair, the entire field that we are playing with here is not that big. So even though the upgrades may not feel like a lot, they do matter a lot. Like, this would be a different story if there were way more things, like way more fields. We got another point. And that means over here in talents, we have 4 books. Let's reveal the next talent card. Higher chance to find artifacts. I think that is the most important one. Yeah, let's finish that ASAP. Ooh, even more rocks? Sure. I don't like that sound. Well, is it just me or... Like, are these really 72 rocks? Like, I believe it's 72 right now. It just doesn't feel like it. It probably is that much, but it just feels like in the past we had some days where way more of them were around. Oh my god. Okay, that is beautiful. We just made so much money. And I think we also wanted to mine like 25 rocks, because the next one then has double value. I can't really pay attention to that though. Yeah, this one over here, but we don't have to activate it. I was looking for a number that tells me, hey, you need this and this many ore for it to trigger. But checking again, I don't see that anywhere. Like, I see the flowers in the bottom left, but do you see a number counting? I don't think it exists. You just have to gamble. Okay, we want these down here, and then we go to the bottom right. We got the next achievement, collect 1000 ores, and we have 71 gold to spend. I would like to max out the time, but I think first we'll go for... You know what? We'll go for both of these. Stop it. And we also increase the chance for gold chunks. Down here is the full gold. Well, yeah, I think this is a sign that I should go for the full gold. There's just nothing of that around at all. Okay, but wait a second. These stat increases. This is a lot faster. And you just want to have a little bit more area to make sure that it like tickles the rock next to it. Okay, this is what we are talking about. I mean, we had like days with, I think, 7 of them. But we did get a level up. The problem is we need 2 more talent books to do anything with that. Why are some of these rocks way smaller, by the way? Is that just a cosmetic thing, or does it actually change how many resources you get? So for now, I will just keep mining until we get the next 2 talent points. Currently we are on 2, but we need 4, and there is an artifact, I believe. Warrior Skull. Yeah, for the talent points we only have 2 out of 4, but we have a new artifact down here. 10 more rocks spawn at the beginning of a mining session. That is insane. Every second a small circle has a 30% chance to shoot in a random direction. Oh, but we need something entirely new that I don't know yet. Increase the value of every mined ore. Well, you already know what I'm farming for. That just doubles the amount of money that we earn out of this, and that is insane. I will from time to time look at these further upgrades that are a little bit further away to maybe work ahead of time like right now, but I'll not always do that because I sometimes feel like when you play these games in an optimal way, it just takes away from the fun. I mean, that doesn't mean that I'll not do it from time to time. Are you kidding me? You still cost only 100? Ores mined from chunk, rocks increased, okay. Holy moly. I need this. But is it really that extreme? That you just earn twice the amount? Like, do you understand how crazy this is? Okay, let's get all of these. Then we go to the top here. I can't get all of them at once, sadly, so that wasn't great. So all in all, the day is not the best one we've ever had. But let's take a look at how much money... Yeah, we have 150 ore. Wow. Which also means if we do this one more time, then we'll have another 100 to get the upgrade. I actually kind of really like that the costs of the upgrades don't go up. At the same time, it's also a little bit confusing, because this is usually how games do it, that, well, you just pay more and more and more. And sometimes it's not even worth it to go for the cheaper upgrade, because now it costs so much. So again, 100% more ore. I'm really curious to see how much we earn. We should earn around like 225, I believe. There is another gold one over here. Beautiful. Then we go to the top right. Look at how much we are mining. Then maybe over here and then downwards. I don't think, yeah, we can't do that in time. 306. Then I would say we go for another 100%. I don't feel like you're supposed to go for this that early. Like, I know it's there. But like, do you understand how much we are earning? If I would have just continued with the regular upgrades that we saw first that are way cheaper, which is naturally what I think the developer wants you to do, but we were like, nope, we're not doing that. We just earned 120 bars in one day. Ore value, which is now at a total of 500% after just a few upgrades. Am I misunderstanding something? Okay, we go for the luck here. But most of these need something new. And I don't have that material. Every pickaxe hit has a chance to spawn a pickaxe, mine a random rock. Yeah, but it's also the new material. It may sometimes look a little bit weird that I keep talking on the stat screen or on the upgrades. The thing is, I don't like the transition. I think if you constantly see this green flash over the screen, it will get annoying. So I try to avoid that and just cut it out. That also means though, while I'm talking, I just have to quickly finish my sentence. 142 bars. I have a really evil idea. Because now I just want to farm up a bunch of money and then we get every single upgrade that is left over all at once. I don't think I will like the sound coming out of that. This was a really amazing day. Most of these things were clumped up. Like, do you notice how there is pretty much nothing with gold left? So what do we want to go for? I would say we go for the chance to spawn one rock when a rock is mined. Then we'll go for the bonus chance that the ore spawns. Then we'll go for the bonus chance that this ore spawns. Okay. Okay. Copper rocks will now start spawning. Is that the thing that we need? That is also an achievement, but yeah, I think that is what we need. And now all of these No, these have no symbol. Some of them have. Over here we have the mine. Once you have purchased the mine, it will automatically mine rocks for you. The percentage above the total bar frames to the left displays the chance the mine has to mine... Ja, ne? Too many words at once. My brain just can't go that far. One rock spawns every 1.3 seconds. Yeah, nothing else is all that important of the things that we spam bought. I just wanted to quickly check that out if there was something interesting. Like, don't get me wrong, all of them are quite good and helpful. Like, I don't hate them. It's just there's nothing in there that is all too insane. So now the goal is we want to go for pretty much a mix of all of these. But this also means I need to upgrade the pickaxe a lot more to make sure that we hit more. And today we got 54 of the bricks and 236 of the bars. And I will just quickly repeat this a couple of times. It also looks like we got a level up, but the downside is we need a lot more than that. Okay, there are more of them spawning. This is so cool. That is like really helpful because it helps you just to go to the next place after you got the old best one. Look at this. We got 730 of the gold ore. Every pickaxe hit has a chance to spawn a pickaxe and mine a random rock. Yes, I want that. And I would say I will probably focus on that first. You give us bonus stats. Wait a second. Talking about that, what is the next? Yeah, I think I will get this right away, but we can already go for the pickaxe. Lightning beam. For now, I will just grind up that we get the next pickaxe. Oh, we actually spawn the pickaxe quite often because we do a lot of hits at once. Or at least as long as we have a lot of rocks that we hit at the same time. So it's better than I thought. Okay, good. We need more of you. And now we have the Warrior's Axe. The Warrior's Axe gives us a 2% chance to deal double pickaxe power and 1% chance to insta-mine rocks. Yeah, you know, it's something. But now the goal is we need to go for as much of the... Is it copper? Or was it clay? I actually don't remember what the game called it. But yeah, we need a lot of clay to get the pickaxe, and then we need to upgrade the appearance of clay as much as we can. Maybe it's even worth it to go for that first, but I just want to have the pickaxe. That looks really good. But I believe it was 150 that we needed, so one last time, and then we have the new pickaxe. Okay, but why is there so much gold on the entire stage? This is beautiful. Does it even spawn something? Okay, yeah, I see it spawn from time to time. It's not a lot though. And I totally forgot to check the talents, so we have more cards. Every second the mining area has a chance to become a lot bigger. That is interesting. Sure. Oh, there's also the mine. Okay, let's go for that first. That was an achievement, because I want to check this out. I almost feel like... Do we want to focus on that? Let's see what it produces, like which bars it produces. Gold. I honestly feel like I should upgrade this a lot. But before I do that, I will upgrade our pickaxe, that we have the next better one. And for this, we need a little bit more gold. Okay, that pickaxe is actually kind of insane. Do you see what's going on here? Like with the bonus area we get from time to time. Yeah, the 40% bonus area is insane. Even if you don't end up mining the stuff because it gets smaller again, at least you damage a lot around it and then you go for that next. So, the next pickaxe. We now have Royal Pick. Honestly, it's not that much better. The 2x power chance is maybe the best thing, though the mining size area. Yeah, that is also really good. Do I really want to go for the mine though? Because I feel like I am just faster at doing that. Let's go for the pickaxe chance spawn. Kinda butchered that there. The pickaxe chance spawn. Yes, that's exactly how you say that. The chance to spawn a pickaxe whenever we mine. Oh, I need to go for more copper though. Or clay, whatever it was now. Yeah, we need to make sure that we increase the amount that can spawn, because otherwise we have all of the gold in the world, but we don't have the copper. And hopefully that costs gold. No, it costs copper. Let's go for these here next. That is a beautiful start. Over here is even more. And here we have a humongous amount of gold all at once. Does anyone see more copper? More copper rocks. Okay. Really? We needed one more. What do you cost? Ore mined from chunk rocks? Even though it looks like it's for the gold ore, it doesn't say that. What do? Receive 1 extra talent point per 5 levels? Okay, I need that right away. The annoying thing is we just had a level up, but it's only every 5 levels, and we also know we have an artifact that triggers every 5 levels, so it should be on 15. Though it could be that it starts counting the moment you get it, and not on a set interval. More talent points? Why do I feel like I should really go for you? Let's just do it. In other words, I will invest most of our gold now into that mine, because later on you can probably upgrade the mine quite a bit and get new resources, and overnight when I'm not playing, then we can get all of the material there. Usually I finish these games in one sitting, but it's already almost 3 AM in the morning, so I think I will definitely take a break. Even more full copper rocks? And you know what, for now I will save up for this big one. I should probably first spawn more of the ore, because if you take a look at this, yes, we have a humongous amount of gold, but we pretty much have nothing else. That looks a lot better. Okay, we hit the jackpot here for the copper. Let's get you over here. Then I can't really do that easily. Okay, we got bonus area. I honestly have some difficulties noticing that the circle even got bigger. And now we double the amount of bars that we get. It doesn't look like it changed anything about the odds though. Maybe this is not worth it if I spend so much money into it. Yeah, let's just increase your odds for now. Spawn 1 rock every 0.6 seconds. That's kind of nice. Oh, wow. Let's just play the game as it should be. So here we have a bunch of experience. Let's take that. Do you still produce something? I feel like it's really slow. Wait, how much did you just give me there? It should only be 4 bars. So 67 if it's all gold. Is it 5 times the value because we got that out of here? The mined ore value is 500%, right? Yeah, and it's 20 instead of 4. That actually makes it a lot better. Like before I thought, if we only get 4 ore or 4 bar, it's not that great. But given that I will probably have to take a break and just let it run overnight, I kinda wanna upgrade that first to make sure when I come back we can just buy everything in the game. I would say we'll speed this up yet again. Then we will also get way more experience. Okay, I need to focus on this. This is actually quite important. Every second a small circle has a chance to shoot in a random direction mining stuff. Sure. The thing is, I don't know what that means. Instantly mine something. That's also not bad. But before we do that, we will just increase the odds of the copper. Oh, we got a new artifact over here. Beautiful. And that is also a very good stage. Okay, there was the shot over there. Oh, so it doesn't insta-mine it, but that is kind of good, kind of useless. I'm not exactly sure if it helps us in any way. Like, yes, it deals damage to stuff, but it doesn't destroy it. The ancient die spawns 1 additional rock every 0.7 seconds, and I would say we go for the bonus experience. Then we will also use our copper to upgrade for more copper rocks. And here we increase our odds to spawn a pickaxe when we mine. I gotta be honest, right now my brain is telling me, Dex, you should really go for the mine and max it out, because that thing seems to go to crazy levels. Like, especially because it gets affected by all of the other upgrades in the game. You can get a ridiculous amount of resources out of it. But at the same time, like, my logic side of my brain is telling me that doesn't make sense. As in, usually in these games, doing something manually is a lot better until you get to the hyper late game. That is then where stuff automatically happens. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's an upgrade in the game that the pickaxe just does its own thing. Like, it automatically goes to the most valuable things on the map and mines for you. You don't have to do that anymore. And I just realized on the last level up, we actually got 2 of the talent points at once. I'm not exactly sure why, because that was level 12. Oh my god, we are getting so many resources here. But no copper. Yeah, we only have 4 of them right now, but that is fine. Over here, we increase the pickaxe stats. First of all, let's get you. Okay, that is a lot of experience. Is that every single rock? So even if I go for the worst rocks on the entire stage, that is still the same amount of, like, experience that you get? I'll be honest, it's impossible for me to tell whether that's the case or not, because it just bundles up all of the experience. But if that would be true, I can't believe that though, right? You would expect the tough ones, or not the tough ones, but the valuable ones, they give you a lot more experience, but maybe they don't. And for now, I will just keep on mining until we have the next level up, then we can get the next talent card. And we have the level up, perfect. So now we are level 14. How crazy will this game become? Like, we don't have a lot of upgrades yet, but we already have a bunch of things that get spawned on the stage, so I expect towards the end this will go crazy. Every rock has a 0.6% chance to be replaced with a treasure chest that contains 25 ores. That is insane. I mean, maybe I misunderstand it a little bit, but first we go for experience, you're maxed out. We could go for area size, but I would say since we are already close to this upgrade, I will just save it. Is there... Oh my god, look at the chests. But how much do you have in you? And are you're not tankier than the rest. You're just exactly the same. It is a low chance, but by now we are spawning a lot of the resources on the stage. So we have a good chance that we get a couple of the chests, and maybe if we get lucky, even a new one that spawns. But that also means we want all of these effects that keep on spawning ore. So over here, 350 copper to increase the amount of base ore that we get. Okay, everything is getting really expensive, like I can't really afford that. Let's increase the pickaxe stats. We have even more chests, look at this, 3 of them. Oh, wow. Okay, that is a lot of ore at once. Like, do you see that in the top left, how it shot up the moment the chest got mined? That is kind of ridiculous. Now, I don't see any new chest spawn, but the odds are either way very slim. But it could also be that it only works when they spawn. There's not a single chest. Can I? Respawn. Yeah, okay. Shouldn't try to cheese the game. There's a chest. Only one of them. Did I get that lucky in the past, or am I getting unlucky right now? It's at a 0.6% chance, so I think you need around 140, or is it 160? It's probably 160 that you need on the stage. So I would say we increase the amount of ore that we get out of the rocks. And over here we have a double pickaxe power chance. I can't say I really care about that, but let's just do it. Then we go for increased stats. I can't really afford anything here. Really. I don't mind. Let's keep going. There's another chest. Even if we would make no more progress in the game, like by getting more material, we still get the talents in, and that is nice. There's a chest that just spawned. Did you see that? Okay, that is a lot of resources. Can we please level up? And I need... Yes, we got 2 of them. I don't think that is enough though. I need to check that out. Okay, that's not even close to be enough. Instantly mine a rock. Doesn't really matter. Spawn a rock every 0.6 seconds, sure. Iron rocks will now start spawning. I think that is the next big thing that we require. The only issue is I'm not getting all too much of the copper here. But I will get the iron in because this also means that we can upgrade our pickaxe and get overall better stats that then get multiplied by our bonuses. Okay, good. Then we go over here. Can we maybe have a few treasure chests spawn? What happened here, by the way? They are so close to each other. So they can also overlap. It just looked like they can't, but it can happen. And now we have the iron. Spawn 1 rock for every 5 rocks mined. Holy moly. How about we don't take a look at the cost of everything? Because I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to get that. I mean, I feel like the way it's supposed to be is that you just go for the best upgrades that you can get, like the best new upgrades. You just ignore the old ones. And once you got the new upgrades in, like for iron, for example, then you use the stuff that you passively earned all the time to get the rest of the upgrades. Our pickaxe is sometimes insane, and we just want to mine a lot that a lot of new things spawn. Am I missing something? Okay. Yeah, this is all fair prices, by the way. Completely fair. Let's just extend the session timer. Over here we have the pickaxe stat, but yeah, that is the expensive resource that I don't really have. Every pickaxe hit chance to spawn a lightning beam at a close rock. But this doesn't really matter. Like, don't get me wrong, it's again one of those things we definitely want to have, but the moment we get it, we pretty much mostly won't notice that it's there, and it's a nice bonus, but that's also it. Do we just go for the mine? Yeah, let's go for the mine. I like that. And next up, we need to go for the timer as well. I think this is probably where you want to focus on the mine, because it only costs gold to upgrade, but I do assume eventually it will require a different resource. But yeah, right now we don't have that much use for gold, or it costs so much gold that I just can't afford it. And while I could save up for it, the mine can give us any resource, even like something we just bought new in the shop. So let's go for the speed. And then we upgrade the time. Chance to spawn a new rock when one is mined. Receive 1 extra talent point every 3 levels. That is insane. How much is that? 1,200. I mean, to be fair, we don't have that many upgrades that I can buy with the iron right now, as in they're either way ridiculously expensive. So I will just save 1,200 up and make sure that we get the upgrade right away. We still don't have enough, but we have a new level up, so the next talent card, crafting a pickaxe takes less bars. I actually don't really care, because we could just earn more. The stats from all artifacts are improved by 8%. I'm not exactly sure if this does a lot. I mean, I feel like we should just go for it, so let's do it. And I've also upgraded the mine a few times. The ore value skill tree upgrades also affects the mine. Yeah, we noticed that. But let's wait for a moment, and we upgraded speed. Am I saving the copper for something? I don't think so, right? Let's just get the bonus air. That's nothing at all. Let's just go for the pickaxe stat or the lightning. I don't think the lightning does anything. Yeah, let's go for the pickaxe stat all in all. In the last 100% game, you pretty much had a skill tree where you just had to follow it. Like, yes, sometimes you had a choice of 3, but they would just get together again, like the path would combine again, so you still had to get all of them and then continue. And I gotta say, while it was somewhat nice to, for once, like not choose what to do, it's not really my thing. And this one here is so much more fun, because I can choose what I do. I totally noticed that, by the way. Find 7 artifacts. So we have improved the mine. It now mines faster. Well, that's perfect, because I've been focusing on you. How did I not notice the artifact? I guess we have so many rocks around, it's kind of hard to see. It could also be that maybe it was in a chest, but that would be news to me. As in, that it can happen. I didn't know that. I'm not saying it's the case, I'm just saying there could be a reason why I didn't see it. Okay, but let's be honest, Deck's not seeing something at all. That's not that surprising, is it? I've been farming for such a long time now that I already forgot what I'm even farming for, like the iron, for what we need that. I just know I need 1,200. Funny. So what was that over here? Really? For... Yeah, that feels like a slap in the face, I'll be honest. That's what I mine for so much. Let's just upgrade you. And we can also increase the time on this. And my current assumption is, depending on how much you spawn of what rock on the stage, like let's say we increase the iron spawn, then the mine will also more likely mine of the iron. So that's how that works. I don't know if that's the case, that's my current theory, because the number has changed a few times, but not in a long time, and the reason could be that I haven't changed how much of something spawns. So currently the chance for the gold is 89.3. If we upgrade this over here, that is gold chunks, then it's still 89.3. Okay. And you know what? I need something more exciting right now, so I will just go for the lightning effect. Like, it may be super insane, but to me this just sounds like +1 hit. But you never know until you try it out. Increase the lightning beam damage. Increase the value of every mined ore. Wait, why haven't I done that? I could have done that ages ago. Oh, wow. Is that actually good? Didn't it say it goes to the closest though? Like, why is it going all over the stage? Maybe our ranged pickaxe that goes through the blocks can also trigger it. So, yes, it's not bad. I'm just not sure if it's really... Well, by now it's definitely worth the money. Like earlier it was so much money that I would have needed to pay. 200% more ore value. And I will quickly farm up all of that gold that we can max it out immediately. And then we can check out what we earn in a day. So I would say we'll also take a look at that right now that we have for comparison. I will farm this up, but for you guys it will just be a quick jump. And here you can see how much we earn right now. So 626 of the gold bars, 180 of the copper and 108 of this iron. Now to be fair, depending on what spawn and how much, this really changes drastically, but just that you have a rough idea. And here we have the final upgrade. Wait, I could have crafted this one a while ago? Oh, okay. The old reliable. Is it a SpongeBob reference? This one has a little bit more area. It's mostly about the damage. The mine time is also faster. I mean, all in all, I would say it's a solid weapon. Every second chance to spawn a lightning beam at a random rock. The beam deals 3 times your pickaxe damage. I mean, that sounds cool. I'm just not sure if it's actually that good. Okay, you know what? The Instamine here is so cheap. I should have taken it a while ago. Maybe I will go for these. Yeah, let's go all in. Okay, so we go for the gold even. Increase the lightning beam size. Nice. Let's increase your odds to appear. We can even max you out. Then we can also increase the amount of rocks that spawn. And over here, we have more chance to respawn a rock when we mine one. So let's check it out together, how many resources we'll get. I noticed there's not a single chest on the stage, but yeah, that is just the RNG element. But one thing I noticed is, after playing like chopping games and mining games and fishing games, I think mining is by far my most favorite one. I'm not sure why exactly, if it's just because it's about resources, like I see gold for example and I think of money, right? And that's always fun, to chase after money. Yeah, that wasn't that great. Let's try this again and just hope, yep, there's a chest. It's only one of them, but hey, that's already a big bonus with all of the multipliers we're getting. And we hope there are more chests that spawn. But there's just something about mining that makes it so much more fun to me. We have played a chopping game that was a lot of fun, but that was rather because of the concept of the game and less because it was about chopping. 50 times chop speed, good, 1 bill... Oh. Chop speed. This is what this was the entire plan that I had. 5.4 billion. We made a ginormous amount of bars. Oh, we can upgrade again just with the iron. I think I will save that up. So, let's upgrade you. Then we can also increase the pickaxe, perfect, or make it stronger. We can spend all of our gold, but we can't spend any of the iron. Chance to double the value of ores and experience. How do I manage to miss that all the time? So yeah, that is our new focus, and we start with a chest, beautiful. And this time we should see a lot more of the beams. So the blue one is just random over the entire stage, while the orange one should be close by. Maybe. I'm not exactly sure because it's not happening. That was my fear. Like, yes, it's nice when it happens, but most of the times we probably see nothing of that. And we have 2 chests. Okay, this will be a very good day. How much did we get? That is insane. But we need 1,800, that is a lot, so I will just increase your speed. Then we will also go for the chance to double ore and experience. We can spend all of the copper, so gold chunks, I mean, I don't hate it. Oh god. Okay, well, about that. Yeah, more ore is good. This costs iron. This one is really good. Maybe I should save for that. I would say we go for the next pickaxe, and then I will just save up that we get all of the ore multipliers, because there are a bunch of them, like 1 for iron, 1 for copper. So I want to make sure that I get them ASAP. Do we get any chests here, please? But we got a level up. And I believe that may be enough to get a talent. Nope, we need 1 more. And now we don't have enough gold. I will say that's kind of ironic, because I kept spending all of the gold, since we earned so much that I didn't bother keeping it. Now, to be fair though, we probably just need 1 day to do this, and then we already have enough gold. There is not that much left on the stage. Do you see that? Like, yes, it's great that we can respawn the ore whenever we mine it, but there was not a lot left. And here is the Opolex. So you have a little bit more area, a little bit more damage, no real increase in mine time, and a bit more of the 2 times power chance. And next up we need 10,000 and something we don't know. So currently we can use gold in any way that we want, meaning I will mostly get the valuable upgrades, or I will upgrade the mine. The copper is reserved for value of ore upgrades, as well as the iron. In other words, we can't use any of that. I looked over all of the upgrades. The only issue is, for some of them, it's not quite apparent whether they are worth it or not. Like, take for example the lightning strike. It could have been that it's an AoE that hits a lot of blocks at once, but the reality is, it's not an AoE, it only hits one particular block. And that kind of goes both ways. Like, if you say, oh, the way you read the text, it's obvious, it just hits a singular block. Well, it could have also been that it is an AoE, and then you would be upset that you never got it, because if it can hit up to 9 blocks, like the one it hits and those around it, all of a sudden, it's a lot better. Even more in experience, how are we doing? We need 5.5k, just a tiny bit more. And that is a huge jump, like bonus 400% is quite a bit. And with the bonus amount, we can then farm it up again, but a lot faster. And this will also help us get a lot more iron to get the other upgrade that gives us bonus amount of ore. So I think we will explode here relatively fast. And we have enough, which means plus 400%. And we can get that many times. Mine a random rock once per second, sure. Now we are locked out. Okay. Chance to spawn one rock when a rock is mined. Sure, let's increase that. Every pickaxe hit has a chance to stick a dynamite. It's a 1 in 1000. I mean, listen, I don't hate it because we hit so many blocks at once. So it's not truly a 1 in 1000, but you know, it still takes quite a bit. You know what? I'll get the area. Oh my god, so many chests. I mean, to be fair, it's only 2 of them. I think we already had 3 of them at once. But next up is probably the iron upgrade. We should be close to that, but this round we will earn so much more. We should easily have it, and it looks like we'll have another talent. So let's see what's in the cards. At the beginning of a mining session, you will drink 1 out of 4 possible potions. They can contain a buff that lasts the entire session. Wow. Let's go for the potions, I would say. And we need a little bit more iron, but then we have this. With these videos, I'm always uncertain how long I should make them. Like, I can make them longer, but only as long as the recording goes and as long as I'm talking. But I could also make them a lot shorter. I always try to make it in a way that I would personally enjoy it, but it's always hard to say. That means we are now at 22 times multiplier of the ore value. We can also go for the mining area. I will max that out. That may just speed up the entire process by a little bit. What do I do with all of the gold though? Yeah, sure, increase the chance that a new rock spawns when we mine it. I don't really care about the damage. Mine a random rock every 0.7 seconds. Okay, that is good. 1 million of something we don't even know yet. Yeah, sure, buddy. No problem. I wouldn't even be able to get this with the current resources that we have, you know, with the gold that we get the most of. But yeah, the bonus mining is honestly kind of useless. Like the issue, oh, triple chest. Nice. But yeah, the issue with most of these abilities is they hit a block once and that's it. And that doesn't break the block, so while it's nice when I go there to mine it, it usually also just means I need 1 hit less for that particular block. But I have to stay there either way because I need to mine the rocks around it, right? So that doesn't really change a lot. And believe it or not, the one we are about to upgrade yet again is actually the iron. And if you're upset that I call it iron instead of iron, complain to the English language, not to me. Okay, quick question. Did the upgrades always show a green plus at the top right when you were able to upgrade them? That just got added, right? Like in this very moment where I noticed it, right? That's how that was. Huh. I always checked out every single one of them to see if I can upgrade one of them. Oh no. Well, it could be a lot worse. I don't know how exactly. You know what, I'll get the timer here. But let's upgrade the mine. Do we want to go for more bars or time? I think time is really good. I'm just not sure about that, but look at... Did we just entirely get copper? Oh, whatever chance it hits, you fully get that. 400% more ore value. But I would say with these videos, I usually aim at a like 1 hour to 2.5 hour video. Those are like my limits that I have. And this purely depends on what happened in the video. Not entirely how long it took to beat the game. You know, sometimes amazing things happen and you want to show all of them. Though it does affect it quite a bit, right? Because more happens, so you also expect a lot of more amazing things happen. And I just noticed, why do I have so much gold? Well, let's upgrade the mine. And the time. I don't think there's a single upgrade left that needs gold. Maybe something ridiculously expensive, but yeah, I don't think so. Another 300%. One thing I have noticed though is when you try to 100% a game for a YouTube video, that can take away a lot of the fun. I remember watching Shawnee Dew, I think is the way you pronounce his name. He makes a lot of 100% videos. I always used to watch them in the past. I still do, but back then this started new on his channel and it was so much fun to watch them. 4.32% chance to receive double experience, and we upgrade the mine. But yeah, he did a 100% video on Plants vs Zombies 2, which was a lot of fun, but he complained that a lot of levels were like very similar to each other. And I've played that game a lot in the past and I really enjoy it. Even though I don't enjoy, you know, the microtransaction aspect, you don't have to use that and it's still a lot of fun, you know, it's not horrible. But if you try to 100% a game, then you play all of these levels consecutively and that gets very annoying. Wait, what? 3% higher chance. I didn't even see that so far. There's an artifact. Okay, perfect. We got the rune stone. So we have 300% more, 400% more. Then we also upgrade the mine. And the new artifact is improves the stats of all artifacts by 5% of their current state. But yeah, the way Plants vs Zombies 2 is meant to be played is that you're sitting on the train to work, or maybe you're, you know, sitting in a car and you just need something to do, and then you play 1 to 3 rounds at once, and that was it for the day. Like sure, maybe when you're on the toilet you also play it again, but this way it takes weeks, if not months, to play through the entire game. But if you do it for video and like in one day, then it gets very draining. And the whole reason why I explained it is, whenever I play one of these games, I like to keep that on my mind, that usually you don't do this in one sitting, like in one 3 to 8 hour sitting. I mean, if it's a very short one, then yes, maybe, but in most cases not. I think we have enough for the final upgrades. I could be wrong. This is the last one. There's one more to you, but then it was it. And now we can use the iron here. Sure, why not? Then we also have more iron chunks. Well, that... Oh. Oh, okay, timer is also interesting, but yeah, that is where I wanted to use all of the gold, not here. I mean, I like how I figure out where to use my gold and then I just use it in the mine again, but the mine is very helpful and maybe I even focus on it, though I will read through the skills again to identify whether they are good or bad. Like right now I just saw them and saw it's a ridiculous number, so I didn't even read through them, but maybe they are insane. Did we get a different potion effect? No, we didn't. I thought it's a random one, but this was the same one. Increase the value of every mined ore by 600%. 300,000, that is a lot, but I think I can do that. We go for more iron, we go for more iron, even more iron. The copper we have to save right now, but we can use the iron now for the beam. This one is maybe a good one, as in it will get triggered a lot more, but the same issue is still that it's just a random thing on the entire stage out of all of the blocks. So while it's cool, I'm not sure if it actually changes anything about the outcome of the round. No, wait a second. We can increase the damage of those quite a bit, so I would assume eventually it will just one-shot all of the stones. And with that, we have the final upgrade, 5000%. And we will max out the lightning beam, so we have a 50% chance to spawn the random one. There's also size and dynamite. I think I will go for the size first. Okay, there are a lot of upgrades that we can still do. I will not upgrade the mine for quite a bit until we get the bonuses we have seen there. The only thing that concerns me is I need so many rounds to get the gold required. Even when we get the upgrade, it's just 600%, which is nice, but we're already at 50 times bonus. So going to 56 times doesn't really change a lot. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I want to save for that or if I go for something else. That is also not bad. First we'll go for the experience. Let's go for the bonus rock. Then I will upgrade the mine. And then we will also increase the area of the beam. What do we have down here? Every pickaxe hit has a chance to spawn a pickaxe. Oh, that's a good one. Mine a random rock every 0.4 seconds. Yeah, I have to make sure that I get more of the cheap upgrades. Even when they look kind of bad, they could have something insane behind them that would be good to have. Like, it may not be the most craziest thing we have seen so far, but even if it's just a stat bonus, it would be helpful. Why is the stage so empty though? I thought we were spawning a ridiculous amount of rocks, but it feels like we are just destroying everything. Okay, there's a chesticle. Beautiful. So we max out the chance for a pickaxe to spawn. Do we just go for the dynamite? Let's just do it. Over here we have the bonus experience. I will max this out on the next day. And we only have 3 of those books. Oh, we have a new potion. Can I... Oh, why is there no hotkey? Ores are worth 600% more? Okay, I really want to pay attention to them. Maybe one day I will also write them down. I think I can remember most of them, or rather what I do is, I just remember whether they're useful or not. But this is a ridiculous day. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Experience is maxed out. Then we also spawn more at the beginning of the stage. And here is cobalt. Now with the dynamite, I don't hate it. I'm just not sure if I want to focus on that. Or if we want to focus on the lightning beam down here, and maybe that is better. Every lightning beam has a 17% chance to spawn sparks. Each spark deals only 15%. Well, sure buddy. And over here we have more of the gold. There's, by the way, a very good chance that I just missed the artifacts. Because what I'm scanning for are always just the rocks. Like, even if I want to scan for artifacts, it's pretty much impossible because I don't know what they look like. And it's not like the rocks have a special indicator. Like, yes, they have the artifacts in them, but that's it. The entire stage is empty. How is that possible? What am I doing wrong? No, what am I doing right? Let's spawn the cobalt. And we will also go for a higher chance for the lightning beam. In fact, we can max that out to 100%. Do I just bite the bullet and go for the dynamite? Let's do it. I'll max it out, and then we will also go for explosion size and dynamite damage. Every dynamite explosion has a 21% chance to spawn a rock. That's weird. And over here we spawn more gold. With the cobalt, we can now also get a new pickaxe, so I will try to focus on that, but I think the better way for me to do it is if I just go over the rocks one by one. Like, do you see what I'm doing? This way, we clean them up and we consolidate whatever is left on the stage, and then I just go over them again, like I'm doing right now, but I want to have the chest. Like, some things have priority, but I think this is a good way of doing it. Yeah, look at this, that was a lot better. And it shows. We need only 3000 cobalt ore. I'm not even gonna look for upgrades. We will do this right away. So we start over here. Then we travel over. Then we go into the next corner. Then we go down. There's cobalt on the way, but I will go over here. Well, there was cobalt. It just spawned. Beautiful. Oh my god, what is going on the stage? Okay. Do we have the value potion? Yeah, that is the value potion. I will check it out at the last moment, just to confirm it. Yep, that is the one, 600% more value. Doesn't really look like it. Wait, it's plus 600%, isn't it? Like, I thought it was 6 times the value, but plus 600% is still good. Just not as good as 6 times the value. Like, not even close. But we have now the stone splitter. So the same mine time, but the mine power is a little bit higher. 2 times power chance, also a little bit, and area a little bit. And we can buy the next one already, what? Okay, wait, do you need to do them in order? Because I don't think so. Which means I could have just skipped one, but I don't think that would have given us all of the achievements. There's probably one that you need to get all of them. Chance to spawn a rock when a rock is mined. Well, I don't hate it. But I kinda wanna first go for the cobalt. As in, before I spend our cobalt on upgrades, let's make sure that there's as much cobalt on the stage as possible, because this is the one we'll be stuck on next. And I would highly assume it also has one of those upgrades where you get bonus ore. And let's not forget there's also one for gold that we still have to do that gives us 600%. I skipped that because that's a little bit too much for me. But we are starting to get a ridiculous amount out of every single round, so maybe now it's time to tackle that. Well, we need 300k. So over here, 3000 to spawn more of them. Then we need 3.6k. What is this? Oh, that is good. Okay, first we'll max these out, but then we get that. Ah, this is so much more enjoyable. Because I don't need to think anymore. I just hover my mouse cursor over the entire stage. Everything gets destroyed. This is kind of cool. So we have more of the full cobalt rocks. And here's experience. You know what? I will just go for that right away. There's not that much else that we can upgrade. Over here it's for gold, for the explosion size. I will do that. Do we have a talent? Yes. The mine, okay, reduces the price of all skill tree upgrades. We should probably get that right away. What I do wonder about right now is whether you can get all of the talent cards, or it's more a thing of, well, you chose these and you're stuck with them. But any upgrade that helps us get more upgrades should be better than a bonus effect. Can you maybe spawn more of the stuff? Like, I'm not complaining, but I don't have a lot of ore to mine. Yeah. But we'll spawn more cobalt. And over here, our pickaxe has a chance to spawn a pickaxe. I would say we also go for that. Then we have more of the dynamite. It's maxed out. Oh my god, look at the amount of chests. There are 4 of them here. Okay, that will give us a ridiculous amount of experience and resources. So this should be one of the best days. Meaning, I will just do this together with you guys, that you see exactly what's going on. And I think we just leveled up on the last time, like where we did this. And we leveled up again. And there we go. How much did we earn? I didn't even see that. That is amazing. Well, it looked like a normal day. And the artifact is an increase in pickaxe power by almost 7%. Over here we have more experience. That is very expensive. And down here we have mining session time. I'm still not sure if that's even worth it. I mean, it should be worth it, so we'll go for it. And there's experience gain. Holy moly. Mining area, that is also good. And now we're getting to territories that are a little bit ridiculous. And sometimes we start the stage and we don't get a single chest. That's just how it is. Okay, one over there spawned. Beautiful. We have another level up. Okay, but how much are we actually getting in experience? This is kind of ridiculous. I gotta admit, with all of the effects combined, it's actually quite good. Like, you destroy a bunch of things over the stage. I mean, I feel like in this game, you really just have tiny upgrades. You don't get to these, like, insanely ridiculous values. I don't think we'll see E values today. And I really hope that's true, because otherwise this will take forever. Though I guess that would be a nice problem to have, to just play for longer. We have 7 out of 9. And down here we have mining area. This one, okay, is an oscillating effect. I will take that. Then we go for bonus time. We should probably also spawn more of the ore. We start with more in the game. Spawn a pickaxe with each hit. Okay, let's max it out. It was about to be done either way. Okay, I'll get this one because I want to check out what else is here. Okay, about that. So, does anyone have more rocks for me? I'm just asking. Like, there's not that much on the stage. More experience and more cobalt. And I guess with the rest, this one feels crazy to go even lower. Though producing more is also good. No, but I should go for this one a couple of times. 18 bars really doesn't sound like a lot, but when you consider that we have a 5000% bonus, so a 50 times multiplier, that is actually 900, which also doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 900 every 6 seconds for free. And because we just got another level up, we can actually go for the next talent. I forgot for a moment what it's called. That was a beautiful day. And what do we get? Greater chance to find artifacts. Sure, I mean, we almost have all of them, though there could be more in the game. And upgrade wise, I would say, okay, we don't go for you, but you're probably not bad. Okay, well, we don't even need that much more cobalt. It's a little bit less than 4000, which sounds like a lot, but keep in mind, we pretty much just started with the cobalt. Like, we spent all of it a few days ago, and we're already at almost 6k. And over here is the upgrade. We can actually get it twice. So I would say I'll go for that again. Down here we had the experience. Let's get that. Then we also have the mining area. But I will just save up for this one again. And I noticed we have so much gold. You know what? I will save up for you. Sure, it may still take a long time until we get there, but like the only alternative that I have right now really is that we upgrade the mine, but the mine also gets upgraded with the bonus ore that we get. So it's a win-win situation if we just go for the upgrade. And if we are lucky with the right spawns, then we will finish the cobalt today, the other upgrade for 9.3k. I think we only need to get 3,000 of it. The gold ring. We have 10,000 of the cobalt as well, which means we can upgrade this over here. Increase all pickaxe stats. You know what? Yeah, I'll go for that. Chance to spawn a rock when another rock is mined. Good. And over here, increase the full copper rock spawn chance. Well, but the artifact is, at the end of a mining session, every ore mined has a 1.2% chance of only using one ore to craft a bar. Wait, every single ore? That is actually kind of insane if you think about how much ore we get. I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference because ore just gets divided by 3. So the way you could view that is as if the game said every ore has a 33.3% chance to get converted into a bar, and now it's a 35.2% chance. No, wait, that was wrong. 33.3 plus 1.2, I believe it was, so 34.5. But hey, I'm not complaining, it's just bonus money that we get out of that, and even though it's just a little bit, it's still decent. We almost have the gold. In fact, I believe today we will get all of the gold that we require to get the first upgrade out of 3 or 5. So, you know, it will take a little while until we have all of them. Yeah, there are 5 of them. What is this? Uranium rocks will now spawn. Wait, do I need anything else? No, let's get that right away. I mean, yes, I do need other things, but that one is quite useful. Over here we have more copper. I think I will just generally go for a chance of double ore and experience. And we will also increase the mining area. And now we need to get all of the uranium to get the next pickaxe in line. I think we need 2,000 or 3,000 ore for that, so that is quite a bit. Though, depending on how much spawns and respawns, we may also get done with that just in a singular day. Hey, I don't think so, but a man can dream, right? How much did we get? It's actually enough. Yeah, forget what I said. How about we just increase the spawn chance? And the pickaxe stats? Sure. Then we will also go for the area, and I guess also for the lightning strike. Should I just spawn more rocks for the gold? Sure. I was wondering about that because we are saving up the gold right now to get the big upgrade, but if we just spawn more, then we will also get more resources over time, and it actually helps out everything. As in, the more rocks that we spawn, they can spawn as any type, right? So yeah, I think that is more important than the value, because the value just takes too long to get. We just got a level up. This may actually be enough to get a new talent. Before we do that, let's upgrade the big uranium rocks. And here's experience. Oh, but you are with the other one. That is quite expensive. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not exactly sure if I even care about the copper. Like, yes, it's sometimes maybe nice, but also not really. Let's just get more uranium. And our new talent card. Okay, we have seen all of them. Increase the area. Every mining session they start as a particular shape. The mine has a chance to mine twice as fast. Or we have a buff on the mine. Let's go for that. We got card collector that we have 10 talent cards. And the buff next to the mine is a 4% chance to double mine bars. Wait, is that for the mine or is that for me? It's like the logical thing would be that it's for the mine. But then I would have just wanted to have the other one, right? That is like a permanent boost. That was a very good day. So we max out the uranium rock appearance. Oh, we need one more. Do I actually care about the experience? Like, yes, obviously I do. But maybe I want to check out what's over here. Okay, that's not what I hoped for. I'll take it. Chance to instantly mine a rock? Oh, that's a thing, right? And you're also cheap. Why didn't I get you? I will also max out the dynamite here, so every dynamite explosion has a 21% chance to spawn a rock. And also that every dynamite explosion has a chance to add 1 second to the timer. And we can further increase the chance to get a dynamite. Can we max? Yeah, we can max it out. That is beautiful. Maybe the next goal will be that we get all of the uranium to get a new pickaxe. The thing is, the pickaxes don't seem to be that worth it. Like, I don't mean that they are bad, but just that they don't change that much in comparison to some of the upgrades that you can get. But I will now focus on it that we get it. Because maybe I also just misunderstand the numbers because they are so small. So they don't look like a lot, but they are a lot. The uranium fever. Okay, that looks really good. It does look very good, but I guess, yeah, with all of our upgrades, we are just now a lot stronger compared to before. And I would say we start spawning even more copper. And we've maxed out the chance for pickaxe lightning. Oh, wow. Okay, that is insane. Like, even look at the area that we have here. Holy moly. So I think today we will just wipe out the entire stage and nothing is left. Though the game is really trying its best to respawn all of it, but it doesn't really work. Like, do you notice that? Where's all of my stuff? What am I supposed to mine? Is there another chest? No, I don't see a single chest. We found a new artifact, didn't notice that. I mean, totally noticed that. Wow. Reduces the durability of all rocks? Sure. Given that we destroyed them so fast, I'm not exactly sure how valuable that is. Do we need more uranium? Well, first of all, insta-mine. Sure, let's take that. But yeah, I believe right now we don't need more uranium. As in, I will just use that to get more upgrades here. What is that? Increase all material rock spawn chance by 5% of the current spawn chance? Okay, that one is also insane. I need that. Now, the good thing is I already saved up a bunch of gold to get the other expensive upgrade that we earn more. But I think getting a higher chance to respawn stuff is just so much better. Because this way, we won't run empty on the entire field. I mean, it will probably still happen, but at least it's not as bad anymore. Yep, that should be enough. Or not. Wait, no, this is the one that I wanted. Perfect. Iridium rocks will now start spawning. Ironically, we need something different for that. Wait, what am I missing? Why exactly did I upgrade the copper so much? Why did I do that? We just don't need it for anything. Every second chance to spawn a plasma ball? But that is the entire amount that I saved up. Okay, let's be honest, I will not get here. Let's take that. And the achievement is that we unlock the lightning beam, dynamite and plasma balls. Let's increase the odds. Oh wow. Okay, I need copper. I feel like we have reached the same point again, that everything is now so expensive that I can't really get upgrades. As in, I need to do multiple runs just to get one upgrade. But it's not just like 3 runs and we have an upgrade. For the gold one, for example, we need a lot of runs. Though to be fair, given that we need like 300k, that is actually not that far away. Yeah, I only need to do 3 runs and then we get more material. You know what? I will focus on that for a moment. And we also have a new talent. Let's check it out. At the start, wait. You will drink all 4 potions? You know what? Let's go for that. I'm not even sure if I know what all of them do. So we have you or we go for you. Nah, let's go for the value, I would say. Why is this experience so expensive? What am I missing? You know what? I'll get you in hopes it goes to the right side. Yeah, never mind. But we don't need you, so let's increase the plasma size ball. We don't have that. We do have the gold though. Well, but then again, I want to actually use the gold to upgrade the amount of value we get out of the ore. Okay, here are the potions. More value, pickaxe stat, rocks give more experience. Okay, so we saw all of them now. The last one is just that we have a small 3% chance, I believe. Yeah, for double ore and double experience. Another 600%. We still don't have enough for this. Okay, what exactly am I missing for the next level of ore? Because this one back here, we can't get that. It must be down here. And another 600%. We have the experience bonus. It doesn't unlock anything. Okay, you know what? I will just try to go for all of these ones, because we need to figure out where we have to go next. So, we already got you. Well, but I can still max you out. Then we will also go for bonus size to the plasma ball. And we will increase the chance that one spawns, sure. The plasma ball has a 13% chance to spawn a small ball every second that it's on the screen. It has the same stats as the big plasma ball. Well, I would say we'll check it out together. So, where's the ball? There's the ball. Do you spawn a small ball? No, there was just a second one that appeared. Yeah, I don't think they're doing it. I mean, if I remember it right, it was only a 13% chance. That is really not a lot. But looking at this, I would say we go for the more material here. I'm just not the biggest fan of upgrading over there, because here's the iridium. In other words, the game probably wants us to go into a different direction, but yeah, where? Maybe we should go for the pickaxe upgrade. There it is. Did you see it? Okay, I was about to say we had 3 of them on the screen, but it didn't spawn. Meteorite ore? What does that mean? Increase the spawn chance of all full material rocks by 3.39% of the current chance. I mean, that's nice. Let's go for the pickaxe. You didn't unlock anything. Okay, but you have to be kidding me. What am I... Am I missing something? Like something really obvious? Whatever it is, I can't figure it out. Like I looked over all of the upgrades yet again. What I'm assuming is, if a costly upgrade gets us to the iridium ore over on the right side, then whatever is the ore before that must have a cheaper upgrade in front of it, right? That is logical. But I don't see a single upgrade like that. So I don't really understand what I'm supposed to do. We have enough money now for this upgrade that everything is increased by 5% of the current spawn chance. You know what? I hate you a little bit right now. That makes absolutely no sense. Hey, at least we got the copper here. That they are there for 1 more second. But the good news is we now know where the final ores are. I don't think after those 3 there's more, because there are not that many pickaxes left that we can get. Wait, you need 130,000? Yeah, good that I spent them all the time, because I thought it doesn't matter. And we have the final 600% bonus upgrade. So we can go for more experience, but I think I will just go for the pickaxe here. And we also have a new talent card, so let's check it out. Crafting a pickaxe takes less bars. I still don't really care about that. Like, yes, it's obviously a big difference. Should we just do it? Okay, I'll do it. And the only reason I did it is not because I think it's the best one to go for, but if I pick that up when we have all of the pickaxes, you know, it feels kind of pointless. So I want to have it out of the way now. But pickaxes have been kind of the easiest thing to build, but maybe the next ones will be very hard, and then I would be sad if I wouldn't have it. I decided to take a quick look at the achievements on Steam, and now I wished I didn't. I think some of these will be absurdly grindy, but there are also 3 hidden achievements. Increase the full gold rock spawn chance. We need a lot of them though. Well, we can use you now. Every lightning beam hit has a chance to spawn a rock. Wait, why did no one tell me I can go fast over these? Oh no. More of the gold spawn, but let's do it together. So I always went slowly over it, but what you can do is just this. Like, I obviously know that it would just attack, but the thing is, we have so much attack speed, I don't need to stay still. Like, I always went slowly over this, but do you see how the entire stage is empty? Yeah, some of the things take a little bit longer, but, we have 13 seconds left and there's just nothing to mine. Okay, well... I wasted a lot of time doing it slow. Though it could also be before we couldn't really do that because we didn't have enough damage or attack speed. But yeah, that was an insane day. Another upgrade for you, that more gold spawns. And now we have the ismium. I'm not even gonna bother with the new pickaxe. Instead, I will just mine as much as we can. There we go. Okay, we need 3 hits. Wow. But I don't even think it's that important, because if you do it like this now, then all of the additional effects will just destroy what is left over, like what didn't get destroyed. And now we have the upgrade that every lightning has a chance to spawn a rock. Now we have enough gold for this upgrade. It's only a 0.8% chance, but we do spawn a ton of the lightnings. Every lightning beam hit has a 20% chance to trigger a dynamite explosion. And we need a ton of copper, but we are close to that. But first things first, for the ismium, it's not osmium, right? Ismium, we will max it out that it spawns as much as possible. Kind of doesn't really make a lot of sense to first go for the upgrades that require it, and then you increase the amount that spawns. Wait a second, there is actually a chance it would make more sense to first get the upgrade, because those are new rock types. So we can already start farming them. Like, how much do we need for that? 69,000, that is nice. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. Do we see our second timer jumping up? Wait, it constantly does it. Like, as long as there are a lot of things on the stage and a lot of lightning happen, we just got like 5 or 6 seconds out of this. Though the moment the stage is a little bit more empty, it definitely gets a lot harder to get the bonus. And it's a 0.8% chance, okay? You can't really expect all too much out of it. Do we have enough? Yes. Okay, I also realized I farmed up way too much gold, but now we have the iridium rocks. We need 930,000 of them. Okay, well that will take a while. Well, we get more ore, good. Increase the gold chunk rock spawn chance. I mean, I don't really have a use for this, so I'll take it. Increase the value of every mined ore. That is a little bit far away. We can go for bonus time, I will do it, even though it's not that helpful, and we can increase the size of the plasma ball. I'm currently saving up for this big upgrade over here, and the rest of the gold I'll just use to speed up our mine. It was about time. Yeah, so now it takes 4.5 seconds, the mine is faster as the current buff, and we generate 22. How much is that actually? Quite a bit. That means now the main goal is that we just max out all of the new material that we have, because it will take way too long to get to the next ore that we can get in the game, and I feel like that is the last ore that exists, and that's why it takes so long to get it. So we'll spawn more of the full ismium blocks, nice, more copper rocks, more iron rocks. I don't really care about that though. It's like, cool. And maybe before I do anything else, I will quickly focus on the pickaxe. Not sure if this is really the smartest thing we can do, but do you see what's happening on the stage? Imagine now we have a pickaxe with even more area, with even more damage, and with even more attack speed. This would go even crazier. Yeah, we have exactly 13, nice. There are so many left. At the start of a mining session, there's a 50% chance to spawn a golden treasure. Honestly, I should have taken the Midas touch already ages ago. The Midas touch has a 20% chance to turn our cursor gold, and then each pickaxe hit, so not just destroying something, has a 25% chance to spawn an ore. And we also have the upgrade that every lightning beam hit has a 20% chance to trigger dynamite explosion. Honestly, I should have probably went for the upgrades to the blue stuff. Yeah, I think we really need the Midas touch. Like, without that, it's just empty. There's not that much going on anymore. Okay. It's golden! It's golden! Every single hit has a chance to spawn an ore. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Seriously, are you doing anything? Did I misunderstand that? I mean, okay, there is a lot spawning, but if you consider that we do like, I don't know, 15 hits at once whenever I go over this, and we can multi-strike most of them, I would have expected the stage actually completely fills up. Right? No? Just me? I guess we would only gain more rocks if we need at least 4 hits to mine something, but we have additional effects. That is not the only effect that we have. So you're maxed out, and then we will go for the dense ones. We also have the bonus experience here finally. You need a blue one. The blue one is finished, so we can get that in the future. We'll also go for more time. So now I will focus on getting the next pickaxe upgrade, but before I buy that, I will check ahead if maybe the next one is just easier to get. But then again, I am pretty sure we need all of them for an achievement, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, without the golden touch, it's kind of sad. Technically speaking, we can buy this, but it's still really far away. And now we have the next pickaxe. A Forgeborn. Okay, you didn't get more area, that is a bit sad. This went up by quite a bit. The damage also went up by a little bit, but it's not a big difference. Hey, I'm not complaining. It would just be nice if the area also went up to make this even more insane, but let's take a look at it. We don't have the Midas touch. So I will replay this a couple of times to get all of the upgrades, but the moment we get the Midas Touch, I'll show you guys what's going on there. Bonus experience gain. Then we got the upgrade over here. That is very costly, but we just need 2 more. And here are just more spawns for the base rocks, really? I mean, sure. Let's get it. There's experience gain. Wait, was that it? Okay. I'll go for the pickaxe chance. Spawn a rock when a rock is mined, increase by 3%. I almost feel like the golden finger just completely disappeared. Like, it appeared once and that was it. Never ever since then. And it's a 20% chance, right? That gives a 25% chance that you respawn a rock whenever you hit something. So, I don't know where it's hiding. And here's what we currently earn. I totally noticed that. But we got all of the artifacts. Here's what we currently earn, which also means we can upgrade you one more time. How am I supposed to get 930,000 out of this? Then we also increase the chance to spawn a new rock. And the final artifact gives us every pickaxe hit has a 0.23% chance to drop 1 ore. Hey, it's a nice bonus. Golden finger? No, still not. What is with the golden finger? The bonus iridium ore is maxed out. And we have 61% chance to spawn a new rock whenever we mine one. Then we also increase the amount of ore that we get out of them. And I almost feel like we are not far away from getting everything in the game. But next up, we have this pickaxe. Golden finger is a we had one of it. And since we only need 30,000, we can use a little bit here. Every second, chance to spawn a plasma ball that moves across the screen. We can get 2 of them. The last level of the plasma ball. Could it be that I just don't notice the golden finger? It's like, I don't know. I look at it, it's not gold, it's not yellow, it's not orange. But I think this is it. Yes. For the talent, we just need 3 more cards, but there is the next pickaxe. The Crimson Sovereign. You got a huge buff here. Okay, mine time went down. Mine power went up by quite a bit. Power chance by a little bit, but area finally went up. What do you need? Ja, scheiße. I mean, honestly speaking, it shouldn't be that hard. You know what? I'll focus on that. I didn't see that. What are you down here? You need the red stuff. 372,000. 102,000. Okay. That is not a golden finger. That is just the power of the new axe we just got. I almost forgot about that we upgraded. But the entire stage is just pickaxe. Holy moly. That is a very good upgrade. One thing that I'm a little bit surprised by is I don't think we have seen the upgrade that increases your pickaxe strength overall, like the stats on it. Okay, good, good, good. Keep on going, keep on going. Where's my golden finger though? Another +2. And we got you upgraded. That was 900%. Still no golden finger. That's totally fine. You know, I'm not... Did I misunderstand something? Do you just get that once and that's it? Like, before you say that I shouldn't be impatient, I've done like 30 runs since the last golden finger that we got, and I really believe I just don't see it. But then I would expect that I notice how much more is respawning on the stage, but I didn't feel like that's... I mean, here a lot of is respawning, right? Is it? No, I just was a little bit slow. At the start of every mining session, your cursor has a 20% chance to turn golden, a 1 in 5. Yeah, that's not exactly what's happening. 900% and 1200%. I will also extend the duration of the plasma ball on the screen. We just got you again? Twice? How much are we earning? Let's upgrade the mine, let's upgrade the speed. And we have the next talent. How many are left? I feel like these 2 just started to appear towards the end, so there's probably not that much left. You have a 3 in 100 chance to multiply the ore by 5. Sure. Another 1200%. Are you golden? No! No! I refuse to believe that! I thought maybe it's just too hard to notice that I thought it was white. No, this is so obvious. That means it really didn't appear for like 34 rounds. Something like that. Oh, you have to be absolutely kidding me. Someone needs to do the math on that with a 20% chance every single round that it appears. I refuse to believe that. I may as well just play the lottery, you know? It's like, I think I have better odds there. And now we have the next pickaxe, the gem cutter. You got bonus mine time. Okay, that is good. A lot of bonus mine power. Good 2 times power chance. An area also went up by a little bit. Next up we need... We have all of that. I mean, listen, it's very costly, but we can do that. Though, before we do that, we wanna max out this one down here. Look at this beauty. It is without the golden finger. But it's... I mean, it's good. Right. I'll admit, I rarely ever see a difference between them. It just feels better, but it also depends what spawns and what effects happen, you know, then it looks more impressive. But if you take a look at all of the ore on the stage, you see so many pickaxes flying around. And it also means we earn a ridiculous amount of money as long as they break at the end of the day. And we have the 5 times chance. Where's the die? I just noticed that. Like, it said it throws a die, right? 11. That reminds me of the elevator scene in the Scottish thing. 11. Oh, I should have saved up my gold for you. Another 1200%. Look at the size of the cursor, by the way. I just move it over an entire stage like this. And because it's so big now, we can cover the entire stage. Receive 1 extra talent point. Well, I mean, it looks like there could actually be quite a lot more. But we have the first out of 5. How much is that? 1800% increase. We also get the chance for the additional lightning beam. Every dynamite explosion has a 10% chance to spawn a lightning beam. Golden finger. I literally just laid back and got ready to relax and farm a couple of days in a row. And then we get the golden finger. Look at this. How much is spawning? Are you golden? Yeah, you are. It just feels like we're destroying all of this. But nope, a lot is respawning. Let's get the corners. The corners are the toughest part for me. Good. Imagine we now also roll a 1, a 10 or 100 on the die. Perfect. Okay, we want to make sure to get all of the chests towards the end. There's one down there. Beautiful. What do we get? 86. We got level 80. That is the next achievement. And we have you. Which means now we have additional ore from the rocks. And we only need this one more time. Additional ores mined. We got the golden finger. It's time to shine. Now, there is apparently a new game. Like, it's called exactly like this one, but it's with different worlds. If you guys enjoy what you're seeing and you want to see more, then I will get that. The way I understand it, it's pretty much like a successor. Like, it's an... I don't know. I think, as far as I know, it's the same people that made it. I was just checking through Steam a little bit, you know, while I was mining here to read some stuff. And then I heard about it. But yeah, if you enjoy what you're seeing and you want to see more, then we can do that next. Another 1800%. 6, 7. And we are done with the additional ores. We also have bonus experience over here. I'm really excited to see what talents are left, because it seems like there are new ones. No. Every second you have a 7% chance to drink an energy drink which doubles your mining speed. Is this good? There's a 50% chance to spawn a golden treasure chest, but only one. Let's go for the energy drink. I kind of completely forgot about you. And look at the tree. There's not that much left. Another 1800%. And unless I'm mistaken, there should be enough gold that we can buy the new pickaxe. So we finally get to look at something new. And something better. Okay, we earned a little bit of gold. You barely notice it. Holy moly. And there it is. The King's Companion. So you're better in every regard except for area. That is a little bit sad. And for the next pickaxe, we require the new material. So if we take a look at the skill tree over here, we need 930,000 to unlock that. And I would say that's the next goal. Oh my god. Okay, you know, wait a second. Everything is just a pickaxe. Like, look at the entire stage. I guess we hit another one of those where we just need the golden finger to have enough material left over. Though, to be fair, it does respawn very fast. But I don't think it's fast enough. Now, in case you're wondering whether I regret that I went for the pickaxe, instead of just unlocking the new material, I really wanted to have the new material. You know, that we can start grinding it already, because the pickaxe doesn't change anything about that, but look at the amazing pickaxe. 77. Did we just make 173,000 in one round? Golden finger. Okay, Midas touch, you need to carry me. Please. You know what we need now? We need to hit the 1, the 10 or the 100. Please, for once. I don't think we hit it a single time. Though it could also be that I just didn't notice it. But please, you need to work with me. And here will be no cut this time that you see exactly how long this lasts. Because keep in mind, we also get bonus time from the lightning strike sometimes. And maybe some other things that I forgot about. Okay, it doesn't look like it really. Seriously? Okay, we got a second there. We got another second. That was it. 64. Mine more than 200,000 blocks. Yep, we just did that. And craft 100 million bars. We also have another 1800% over here. And there's only one upgrade left. And with that, we have enough. But first, we'll get the final upgrade for mine ore value. And down here is the Painite Rock. All materials unlocked. Perfect. So that is the last one. We have the confirmation. Okay. But how much do we make in one day? 104,000. We have the first upgrade for the Painite Rocks. And for the next one we need 223,000. I will get one upgrade in the plasma ball damage just to see. Okay, there are no more upgrades. We have the golden finger. I didn't even notice that. Okay, do you attack fast enough? It actually attacks fast enough that I can just spam this. So one issue is my hand actually starts gliding off of the mouse when I whirl it so fast for so long. So I have to change the direction just to reposition my mouse on it. And my hand on the mouse. Okay, beautiful. Is it just me or does it feel like there are no rocks left? Right? Is this really... Is the golden finger? Okay. We are up to 200,000 of the new material, but I think we already had that before, so nothing that changed. Can I maybe roll a 10, please? 93. Now we have a 17% chance to cause a dynamite explosion when a plasma ball despawns, and a 4% chance to spawn a pickaxe every time the plasma ball hits a rock. More full Painite rocks? What are you? It now only takes 2 ores to craft a bar. Oh my god, I need that. You can now mine the big rock. Before we do anything else, we increase our mining size. The good news is, we now know we are about to hit the end of the game. But we will need so much gold to do that. Like, we'll need 22 million just for that big rock upgrade. We need another 22 million for the pickaxe upgrade, and we don't know what the last pickaxe needs. If I had to guess, I would say it needs every single resource and to the highest amount. Like if 22 million is currently the highest, then it maybe needs like 50 million gold, which will be ridiculous, and I hope I'm just wrong with that. It could also be you just get the best pickaxe because all of the previous pickaxes like combine together, something like that. But this is enough for the big boy. Then we also get to max you out, and that means we can... Do we care about... Oh, spawn one rock. Yeah, sure. 930,000. That should actually be manageable. Let's take a look at how much we can mine in a singular round right now that the odds are maxed out. 231,000. Did I just get an achievement? But what just happened today? 600,000 in you? That is like... Wait, what happened? Okay, before we do anything else, we go to the talents. We reveal the next cards. And you know what? The area ones are the ones that excite me the most, so I'll take that. But here is the huge rock. I am not sure if we can do that. Okay, wait a second, it starts breaking. Hold on. Hold your horses. You better give me a ginormous amount of resources, my friend. Wait, is there no time limit? Craft pickaxe? It's a diamond pickaxe from Minecraft. Oh no! You mined the big rock. What would you like to do next? You already know it. And obviously, before we equip the new pickaxe, we first have to be worthy of it. So we need to craft the last pickaxe that is still missing. And there is the last pickaxe, which is an achievement because we crafted all of them. And at last, we can make our pickaxe stronger. That is so cheap. So we'll play one round with the new pickaxe before we switch over to the diamond pickaxe. So this is the current strength level, which is, you know, quite absurd. It is a very good one, but I don't think it will be as good as a diamond one. The one thing I wonder about is, if I was the game dev, I would actually turn the diamond pickaxe into something absurd. Like, you know how always the steps are tiny from pickaxe to pickaxe? I would just make this ginormous, like half the time that it takes to attack, double the area, double the damage, double the power up chance, maybe even put it to 100%. It's the diamond pickaxe of Minecraft, right? That thing should be absurd. That was not a golden finger? Really? You got upgraded, and now to the anvil. Well... okay. I think I'm more fun. Equip the diamond pickaxe. Wait, with that we only have one single achievement left, which is that we have to upgrade everything in the skill tree. So we will go for the additional rocks, and now we have enough. But is this the last upgrade or not? 15% bonus current trigger chance. We have purchased everything. By having purchased all of the skill trees, you have unlocked the endless upgrades. Located at the top of the skill tree. Continuously purchase and aim at a players who want to continue bring the... I'm happy about it, but at the same time, I also feel like crying, you know? Well, we get all of these. No, that was a lot. We get bonus experience, pickaxe stats, experience, double ore and experience chance. And if you think that I'll play until I have all of these finished, then we have a saying for you in German, Haschen Arsch offen. We will go for one last mining session together with the proper transition. There we go. Is it a golden... It's a golden finger. It's actually a golden finger. Okay, that is lucky. You know, because initially I wanted to wait until I get a golden finger, until I remembered that I needed over 30 tries earlier. And I was like, you know what, we just take whatever we get. But now, look at the chaos. Is this stuff really respawning? I almost feel like it's just not respawning. Holy moly, the entire stage is getting destroyed though. We have 1 million in the resource. This could be a fun marathon, you know, like a stream marathon, where we just play until we have every single upgrade in the game. Yeah, you know what? I thought about it. I don't think I want to do that. That was our last level up, and look at what we got. And in case you're curious how much we can upgrade from one round, we can get these two. We can get this one here twice. You once, and you once. But we have achieved 100% completion on Keep On Mining. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.